Hello there, thank you very much for joining me. It's Mohammed Fahim. Today's lesson is a little bit different because it's neither speaking lesson nor specifically its communication testing skills, neither it's about writing. It's a combination of writing and speaking and using certain words that sometimes create confusion among readers, among writers as well. So being a writer and being a speaker of a language like in English language, we need to differentiate between these words, and we need to understand how grammatically or in their essence they are different. So let's move to whiteboard to understand these words which have confusing meanings or sometimes similar meanings, but their use is always different. Accurate use of some words, as is the title of this lesson, accurate use of some particular words in writing and speaking. We often come across with these words: soon, early, and quick. It's a set of words: soon, early, and quick. Soon is something that happens in a short time from now on. हम soon तब इस्तेमाल करते हैं जबकि अब हम बात कर रहे हैं इसके कुछ ही देर में जो है वो कोई काम हो. We always use soon in that context. So what is the example? Example is, I'll see you soon in about 5 minutes. This means that I'm going to see someone in just 5 minutes. So from now on, the action will take place very soon. So this is the right use of using soon in speaking and in writing as well. Now we have another example. The film is starting soon, hurry up. This means the film or the drama or whatever the series is going to start very soon, so hurry up. So soon, actually we use it for an action, for a work that is going to happen very soon, from now on, within few minutes or something like that. We have another word, that is early. Early means something happens before a desired time, before a timetable or a desired time. So the explanation indicates that something happens or happened. It's about past as well. You can use all these words in the present and in the past as well. So something happens before the expected time. You expected some time, but you finished early. So this means it's not like soon. Soon means something going to happen from now on. Early means you finish something, or you may finish something before someone's expectation. So how we can use this sentence? If you get up early, you can go for a walk. So it's just like that. If you get up early, you can go for a walk, and it's just like a early. So early, if you get up early, this means not at a usual time, but early. So this means you may have a time, and then you can go for a walk. And then we have another sentence as an example. I had to go to work early. I had to go to work early. Why? Because I had a meeting. यानी कि ये पास्ट के मुतल्लिक है कि मुझे जल्दी जाना पड़ा क्योंकि मेरी मीटिंग थी. So the differentiation is soon is for something that happens in a short time from now on. Early, something happens or something happened from an expected time, before an expected time. And the last one is quickly. Quickly means something happens rapidly at a fast pace. यानी कोई चीज जो बहुत जल्दी होती है उसके लिए quickly का लफ्ज इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Example, we have the example, we are late, we need to walk quickly. This is about the physical quickness. So another example is, he replied to my text very quickly. He replied to my text very quickly. This means उसने बहुत जल्दी अप्लाई किया. अब इसमें neither we can use early nor soon, but accurate sense is quickly. So this is how we differentiate between words and their meaning and use them accurately in our speaking and in our writing as well. We have another set of words. It's unless, as long as. Unless and as long as, they are used to replace if. यानी ये if की जगह पे इस्तेमाल होते हैं. अब कैसे इस्तेमाल होते हैं? Let's see how we can use it. The first thing is, I'll go to the party if you come too. यानी मैं पार्टी में जाऊंगा अगर आप आते हो. So now let's see हम कैसे जो है वो as long as को यूज कर सकते हैं. I'll go to the party as long as you come too. यानी मैं पार्टी में जाऊंगा अगर तुम भी आते हो. So we replace if with as long as. Another thing is, if you don't do your homework, you can't watch the film. This is a negative sentence, and for this we will use unless. This means if you don't do your homework, this is a condition. For conditional sentence, we use unless. Unless you do the homework, unless you do the homework, you can't watch the film. आप film नहीं देख सकते. So what's the difference between as long as, unless, and if? Let's try to understand. They all are conditional. They all are conditional. If, it's also conditional. As long as is positive. and it's conditional. Unless, it's also conditional. So what's the difference? When you use as long as, this means it's positivity. It's a positivity. When you use unless, it's also positive, but unless in itself, its meaning is negative. So it's a conditional. How? For example, you use the unless, but you didn't use not here. You use not afterwards. We can further explain it in this way. Verb after if is negative. Verb after unless is positive. If you use if after the verb, normally it's always negative. When you use unless after verb, is positive. But how? This is the formation: if plus negative plus verb. Look at this. I'll go to the party if you come to. This means it's not sure yet. And again, in this sentence, if you do not do your homework, it's negative. And with unless, it's positive. From negative I mean कि if के बाद जब आपने don't लगाया तो not की वजह से ये negative हुआ. Unless में जो है वो unless के बाद आपने not नहीं लगाया, because unless already have a negative meaning. But you will use the verb in a positive sense. So that's the difference with them. So normally, in a nutshell, we can say to replace if, we use unless as long as. And now we move forward. We have another pair of words, while and during. We use these words to indicate a shorter event within a longer event. यानी कि एक छोटे से काम को, छोटे से इवेंट को जाहिर करते हैं जबकि एक बहुत बड़ा काम हो रहा हो. क्या यूज करके? While and during. So what's the rule for them? First, we need to understand the meaning. Meaning is the same, but grammar is different. There is no difference between the meaning, but when you use the grammar, you will use in a different style, different styles of grammar. So how we can use them? While. If you want to make a sentence using while, अगर आप while का sentence बनाना चाहते हैं, remember while plus clause. What is clause? Clause is actually, clause mean you use subject and verb. Clause का मतलब है कि आप subject और verb को use करते हैं while के बाद. For example, इसमें हमारे पास क्या है? While I was having lunch, my phone rang. This also shows the continuity of something. यानी कोई चीज पहले से जारी थी और वो फिर भी जारी रही. So this is the continuity. So clause, while, we used while. Clause, this means subject and verb. I was having. You always use ing with the verb. I was having lunch, my phone rang. While I was having lunch, my phone rang. Again, another example. While having lunch, my phone rang. This means this is the second time. While plus verb plus ing. In this part, you do not need to use any subject. यानी अगर आप while के बाद direct verb के साथ ing लगाते हैं और अपना सब्जेक्ट नहीं लगाते, तब भी आपका सेंटेंस ठीक है. लेकिन कंडीशन क्या है कि वर्ब के साथ आपको ing लगाना पड़ेगा. मिसाल के तौर पर लुक एट द डिफरेंस. While I was having, this is your subject, this is your helping verb, this is your main verb, and you use ing with that. This is a condition for while and during. And then in this sentence, while having, after using while, you directly use your principal verb or the main verb alongside ing. You also use ing. While having lunch, my phone rang. In this sentence, there is no subject. In this sentence, here is the subject. So if you use the subject, you use subject plus verb and then ing. If you do not want to use any subject, after a while, you straight away use the verb with ing. So now we try to understand the use of during. During, when you want to make the sentence, as I already noted down, as I already have said, that the meaning is the same. During plus noun phrase. For example, during lunch, my phone rang. So जब आप during इस्तेमाल करते हैं, इसके बाद आप noun लगाएंगे. You will use noun after during. जबकि while जो है, after while, you use a clause or verb with ing. But here you use a noun. During lunch. Lunch means दोपहर का खाना. It's a name of something. सुबह का खाना, दोपहर का खाना, रात का खाना. You take breakfast, lunch and supper or dinner. So this is how you use noun. My phone rang. So this is the difference between using while and during. Now we have another set. It's about until and by. Until means you do something in the future until a specified time. For example, I will work until 5 o'clock. This means in every way I have to finish all my work 5 o'clock, and after that I will not work. But what's the difference between by using by? By mean doing something and finishing something before the future time. For example, here is an example that I have to finish my work by 6 p.m. This means from now on I have to finish my work by 6 o'clock. I can finish by 4 o'clock, I can finish by 3 o'clock, I can finish 5 o'clock, 5 past 30, but it's not necessary that I will exactly finish finish my work at 6 o'clock, because it's by until then. While जब आप until use करते हैं, this means 5 is your strength, you are going to finish your work at 5 p.m. So this is the difference. And now we have another thing. Another pair of words, remember and remind. Remember and remind, they are verb of memory. Verb of memory, यानी कि याद दहानी के ये verbs हैं. Now we can use them in two different ways, in the past and in the future. For remember, we can use it in the past and in the future, but how we will make them? Remember plus verb plus ing. Whenever you use the verb remember, you always use the verb with ing. To remember something from the past, अगर आप past से कोई चीज करना चाहते हैं, if you are translating something from the past, you will use the verb remember, and after using remember, you will use verb and ing. For example, we have a sentence, I remember saying hi everyone. This means in the past I said something to someone. It's exactly according to this formation. If you want to use it for the future, you must use full infinitive after remember. Example is here, formation is here. To do something in the future, I must remember to do my shopping later. This is exactly according to the infinitive rule. Now we have remind. Remind actually mean to make someone remember something, or making someone to remember something. This is exactly the formation. Remind somebody plus to plus verb is full infinitive as well. For example, you must remind me to do my shopping later, and you can from somebody, this means you can change this to anyone's name, like Ali, like Ahmed, like me, like you, whatever you want to. And you must remind me, you must remind Ali, you must remind Ahmed to do his work. Or if I am using me, then here I will change it to my shopping later. Thank you very much for joining with me. It's very hot here, and see you in the next video. It's Mohammed.